Alright, let's dive into something that's been making the rounds lately. Trent Williams, the 49ers tackle, is being sued for allegedly not making payments on a 2021 Porsche Lease. Now, before we get into the nitty-gritty, let me just say this: personally, I think this story is way more fascinating than it seems on the surface. I mean, here's a guy who's one of the best defensive linemen in the NFL, making millions, and yet he's being sued over a car lease. What makes this really interesting is the sheer absurdity of it all. You've got a luxury car, a high-profile athlete, and a legal battle that raises more questions than answers. First off, let's break it down. According to OpenRoad Auto Group, Williams leased a Porsche 911 back in 2021. Now, I don't know about you, but the image of a 6 feet 5 inches, 320-pound NFL tackle squeezing into a sleek sports car is kind of hilarious. But hey, to each their own, right? Anyway, he allegedly made the first two payments, totaling over $10,000, and then, radio silence. The company claims he closed his bank account before any of the remaining 46 payments could be made. Here's where it gets weird: the lease expired last August, and OpenRoad says they have no idea where the car is. They're alleging Williams might have sold it, which, if true, is a whole other level of mess. Now, let me pause here for a second. What many people don't realize is that car leases are legally binding contracts. You can't just stop paying and disappear, especially not with a car that's worth a small fortune. But here's the thing: OpenRoad is suing Williams for breach of contract, fraud, and more, demanding over $244,000. That's a lot of money, even for an NFL star. What this really suggests is that there's more to this story than meets the eye. One thing that immediately stands out is the timing. Why did OpenRoad wait so long to take action? The lease expired last August, and yet the lawsuit is just now coming to light. From my perspective, this raises a deeper question: did they try to resolve this privately first? Or did they just let it slide until it became a PR nightmare? Personally, I think there's a good chance this could have been handled behind closed doors if both parties had been more proactive. Another detail I find fascinating is the claim that Williams might have sold the car. Here's the thing: selling a leased vehicle without the leasing company's consent is a major no-no. You can't transfer the title unless the lease is paid off or the company approves it. So, if Williams did sell the car, it's either a massive oversight on his part or a deliberate attempt to cut his losses. Either way, it doesn't look good for him. But let's take a step back and think about it. Why would someone in Williams' position risk this kind of legal trouble? I mean, he's not exactly strapped for cash. In my opinion, this could be a case of mismanagement. Maybe he had someone handling his finances who dropped the ball. Or, and this is pure speculation, maybe there's a personal or financial situation we don't know about. What makes this story so compelling is that it's not just about a missed payment, it's about the potential fallout for Williams' reputation and career. If you take a step back and think about it, this whole situation is a reminder of how even the smallest financial missteps can snowball into major problems. For someone like Williams, who's in the public eye, this lawsuit could have long-term consequences. It's not just about the money, it's about trust, credibility, and how he's perceived by fans, teammates, and sponsors. So, where does this leave us? Well, the lawsuit has been filed, and now it's up to the courts to sort it out. But here's my closing thought: this story is a cautionary tale about the importance of financial responsibility, no matter who you are. Personally, I'll be keeping an eye on how this unfolds, because it's not every day you see an NFL star caught up in a drama like this. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments: is this just a misunderstanding, or is there more to it? Either way, it's definitely a story worth watching.